Hello everyone and welcome back to my studio. Today I'm working on a charcoal sketch while I talk about something I think many artists have wondered about lately. Is it still possible to make a living as an artist? Sometimes when I open social media, it feels like there are millions of artists posting every single day. Every scroll brings another beautiful painting, another incredible drawing, and another talented creator. And if I'm honest, there are moments when I wonder whether there's even room left. Maybe you felt that too. The internet has made art more accessible than ever before. Artists can now share their work with people all over the world instantly. That's an amazing thing. But it also means we're seeing more art than any other point in history. So does that mean becoming a full-time artist is impossible? I don't think so. In fact, some interesting things are happening. The global art market is still worth billions of dollars each year, and while economies go through ups and downs, people continue to buy art. More people are decorating their homes with original artwork, supporting independent artists online, and collecting pieces that feel meaningful to them. Studies have also shown that art can improve well-being, reduce stress, and create emotional connections. People aren't only buying art because they need something to hang on the wall. They're buying stories, emotions, memories, and inspiration. Art makes people feel something, especially with the growing AI influence. People are craving realness, unfiltered imperfection of life again, the human factor. And that has value. I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that every artist is competing for the same audience. But the truth is, every collector is looking for something different. Some people love realism. Others love abstract work. Some connect with wildlife art, florals, landscapes, portraits, or faith-inspired pieces. The fact that there are thousands of artists doesn't mean there's no space for you. It simply means there are thousands of unique voices sharing what only you can create. Now, that doesn't mean it's easy. Building an art career can be incredibly difficult. For many of us, art doesn't happen in perfect condition. We paint after work, we create on weekends, we spend lunch breaks answering emails, we package orders late at night. We try to balance family, responsibilities, finances, and somehow still find time to make art. I know what that's like. There are days when I wish I had more hours to dedicate to painting. Days when I wonder how much faster I could grow if art was my only full-time focus. But I also know that many successful art careers weren't built overnight. They were built through years of consistency. One painting at a time, one collector at a time, one opportunity at a time. And that's something social media doesn't always show us. We often see the success story, but not the years of work that happened beforehand. What keeps me going isn't really the economy. It isn't social media algorithms, and it isn't the latest trend. It's the fact that I genuinely love creating, even when a painting doesn't turn out the way I imagined. Even when sales are slow, the desire to create is there in me to stay. Because art isn't just something I do, it's part of who I am. And I suspect many people watching this feel the same way. If your reason for making art is only money, it can become discouragingly very quickly. But if your reason is deeper, if you create because you love the process, because you feel called to create, because it brings you joy, then something interesting happens. You keep showing up. And showing up consistently is often what separates those who eventually succeed from those who quit too soon. The reality is that there has never been a perfect time to become an artist. Every generation has faced its own challenges. Yet artists continue to create, collectors continue to buy, and people continue to seek beauty, hope, meaning, and connection. Maybe that's because art speaks to something that technology and trends can't replace. It reminds us what it means to be human. So, Is it still possible to make a living as an artist? I believe it is. Not because it's easy, not because there isn't competition, but because people will always need art. And we are created to create. There will always be room for authentic voices. The challenge isn't necessarily standing out from every other artist. It's continuing to create long enough for the right people to find your work. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think it's still possible to become a full-time artist today? Leave a comment below and let me know. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. It makes my path to being an artist just a little faster, and it doesn't cost you a cent. And while you do that, I'm going to finish up this charcoal sketch. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes in the studio with me, and I'll see you in the next video.